Oh my! And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, and we are live from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut today as the South Windsor Knights pay visit to your southeastern Connecticut Seahawks. The Knights are wearing their mustard yellow sweaters. They look like the old Commanders out there. Well, the new Commanders, I guess, with their maroon trim, maroon shoulders, white trim, maroon numbers with white trim, maroon shorts with yellow socks, and white and maroon stripes. They are the road team here, and they're taking on your southeastern Connecticut Seahawks. The Seahawks wearing their white sweaters with the Seahawk logo. There goes the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Anderson. Pound for pound, the best coach in the world, ladies and gentlemen. And the Seahawks wearing their white sweaters with the Seahawk logo, blue and yellow trim. They're about ready to go. We play 12-minute periods here. This is a squirt battle. So 10 and under is about 8 and 9-year-olds out there in the prime of their lives, second, third grade. They haven't even learned script yet. I don't even know if they know how to multiply or divide, although these kids these days, they probably learned that years ago. 12-minute stanzas. Icing on all sides is in effect. There is no delayed offsides. If it's offsides, it's an automatic whistle. If it's tied at the end of regulation, there will be no sudden death or sudden life overtime, depending upon your perspective and point of view and who you've got money on, or who you've got money on, I should say. And let's see any other rules we need to go over. If you're short-handed, it's still icing. And like I said, if it's tied at the end of overtime, there will be no overtime. Oh, and body contact is frowned upon by USA Hockey, Canada Hockey, the majority of the European Union, most of Asia, Africa, and the rest of the world. Antarctica. They let you check in Antarctica in the mites, ladies and gentlemen. That's why it's my favorite place to play hockey. But although it may feel like Antarctica in here at the Rose Garden, we're not in Antarctica, but we are underway. The Seahawks and the Windsor Knights. That's O'Connell trying to carry the puck in, lost the handle on it. Bouncing puck sent back in there. A quick whistle. As Gonzala there was sending the puck in. As you can see, there is no delayed offsides, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot my spectacles at home, so if I misidentify any of the young ladies or lads out there, don't worry, I'll say it with confidence. And my grandfather always said, you say something with confidence, someone will believe you. Of course, I think he was messing with the famous quote from a very bad man. We're not going to say the man, but the quote was correct, though. He said, if you say something enough times, someone will believe it. Here's Anderson now. Under duress behind the net. Heading over to help out there was Gonzala. Seahawks on it there. Tried to get it to Gonzala. Couldn't do so. Knocked down by number 81. That's Brian Dubé. Or Doobie. Shooby Doobie. Like Scooby Dooby. Oh, yeah. Feeling a little salt and pepper here on Sunday morning. A big Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the Solu. At noon, we've got the Norwich Hockey Club. And then at 4:30, we'll be taking the show on the road as our Bantam A team pays visit to the Avon Panthers. And at 5:40 right here, Lady Seahawks will be taking on the Lady Wizards, and Mr. Pellerito will be behind the mic for that one. Down the right wing they go now. Gonzala getting on his horse. Gonzala at the side of the net, tried to walk in on the goaltender, couldn't do so. Bouncing puck now. The Knights coming away with it. Here comes South Windsor now, wheeling and dealing, sending it all the way down. Anderson giving chase. It's Miles Wesh in between the pipes for the Seahawks. Number 9 in your scorecard. He's been fantastic all season long. I'm trying to see the number on the goaltender there for South Windsor. I apologize. I was late getting here for warm-ups this morning. Got a little slow leak in the tire. Went out to the car, and boy, oh boy, the cold temperature really did a number on. I was like, oh, I probably should get air in this. Hustled over to the old gas station, and I noticed I was like, I probably should put gas in the car. Figure while I'm here, you know. Trying to get the puck out now, swiping it out of harm's way. Nice job using the boards there. Springing, here comes Gonzala. Gonzala tracing it down, trying to stay with it. Nice defensive effort there by the South Windsor defenseman. That was Doobie who went flying into the corner. He gathers his faculties as the Windsor Knights looking to come away with it. Knocked down, spinning off the boards. Walking it back in there. The Seahawks lost the handle on it. Back to the point it goes now. They keep it in, sending it down low. Bouncing around there. O'Connell giving chase. That was Hepburn, number 2. Kept it in just moments ago. Steered aside. Into the corner it goes now. Hepburn giving chase. Hepburn in on the forecheck. Got it to O'Connell. O'Connell lets the shot go. Wide of the netminder. He steers it aside. I believe. Trying to find the number on the netminder. Can you see the number on the goalie if you zoom in? I gotta get my backup glasses. They're in the car. I'm going after the first period. I can't see a thing. Boy, the eyes are not what they once were. Everything else is holding up, though, as I'm heading towards 50, but the eyes are fading. Here's O'Connell now, stepping to the outside, looking to pull the trigger. Fanned on it once, now got it down low. That avoids Hepburn. Hepburn in on the forecheck. Nice job there by the Windsor Knights. Bodies go flying in the corner. Hepburn got a big chunk there as one of the Windsor Knights is going over to go recover his mitt, and now recover his wand. Back the other way, trying to come away with it. Nice job by Hepburn to not allow that to happen as it's sent out to center. Bouncing puck back the other way now. Seahawks complete a player change. Here come the Windsor Knights over the blue line, walking in at the dot, taking the shot, steered aside by Wesh. A nice stop there by Miles Wesh. On it in the corner. Nice job coming off the boards there by Cunningham. Cunningham chips it ahead. The Seahawks send it all the way down. Looks like it might be on goal, just wide of the goalkeeper. I can't see his number because it's all tucked into his jersey. Can you see it? Let's see if I can get that. Is anybody here from South Windsor? I can't see the goalie's number. Who's in goal? 9? His last name is what? Oh, Klein, number 29. Okay, thank you. All right. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to have friends at the arena. Thank you. Jordan Klein in between the pipes here. Number 29 in your scorecard. Well, it takes a family, ladies and gentlemen, not a village. Never agreed with that hypothesis. Trying to get the puck out now behind the boards. Seahawks can't get it out. Nice job by the Windsor Knights to work it back to the point now. That's Zuzu letting the shot go. Dumps it into the corner. Is sliding out to block the shot there. A nice job by Bongo. Right, Bongo's effort all season long has been absolutely exemplary. I was looking for the correct adjective there. I left my thesaurus at home and my glasses. Here's Cunningham wheeling and dealing. Bongo takes out Cunningham. Cunningham getting back up. Say, pal, we're both wearing the same jersey. Bongo say, I apologize. I was just going for the puck. I don't know if that's what they said, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't speak forward. I speak goaltender. Cunningham in on the forecheck. Nice job there by the Windsor Knights, turning back the other way. The Knights now putting the brakes on, trying to hit the trailer. Bongo had that covered. Over to get it now. That's Walter Vautour. Vautour sends it down low. Nice job there by the Seahawks, reading it like a fine piece of literature. Defense to offense quickly. Here come the Seahawks now. A nice backhand pass there by Hepburn as he tried to connect there with Reed Sapia. Sapia number 34 in your scorecard. Cunningham in on the forecheck. Braden Cunningham now. Looks like the light bulb's starting to go on for that young lad. Over to keep it in is Gonzala. I get to do these games every week, ladies and gentlemen, especially in the squirt division. Here's Bongo now, wheeling and dealing. Looking like a hot knife through butter. Turned out to be more like a cold spoon through cream cheese as the Knights come away with it. And you can literally see it sometimes from week to week. All of a sudden, the light bulb goes on in the young lady or the young lad. All of a sudden, they're not thinking about skating anymore. They're thinking about playing hockey. All of a sudden, they know where to go. All of a sudden, like this, like Bongo. Couldn't get it out, though. Nice job to keep the puck in at the blue line by the Knights defense. You see incremental growth by the players. It really pleases the broadcaster. Got to make mom and dad very proud. There's Anderson now getting it up to Bongo. Here's Bongo now. Alan Bongo down the right wing. You see the head up, looking for the pass. Bongo to the outside, protecting the puck back to the inside. Bongo wheeling and dealing, pulling the trigger. Just slid off his stick there. The rebound jabbed in. They score! Sterling Gonzala got to the cooker, buries the biscuit there. As Bongo had the rush and Gonzalo followed up in the perfect position. That's exactly how you're supposed to do it. That's exactly how you draw it up in the dirt with the stick and the bottle cap and the pen. Well, maybe if you're playing football out in the street, but either way, a great job there by Gonzalo as he went to the cooker and buries the rebound there. A shot by Bongo. You always teach the young ladies and lads, I can't stress it enough, get to the cooker, get to the cooker, get to the cooker. That's exactly what Gonzalo did there. You get to the cooker, things happen, ladies and gentlemen. Vasquez sending it in now. Nora Vasquez down the right wing now. Here comes Doobie. Doobie letting the shot go. Hit the bird right in the beak there. Big stop by Wesh. The rebound still loose. They jab at it. On it now is Gonzala. Gonzala down the left wing. Gonzala got it up ahead. Tried to connect there with O'Connell. A foot race ensues. Looks like it's going to go for icing. No icing. The ref says play on. Clearly the ref wants to get to the buffet before breakfast is over. You don't want to get there after they start serving lunch. They charge you more. You want to get there at the end of breakfast. Walking in, pulling the trigger. Big stop by Klein. The rebound. Hepburn goes crashing into the goaltender. That's how you get to the cooker. Klein gathering his faculties. Back up, they score. Oh, I thought that might have been a little goaltender interference, but it matters not. As the Seahawks bury the biscuit there. O'Connell gets them on the board yet again. 2-0 is the score. I thought perhaps Hepburn might get called there with a little goaltender interference. Klein took a little while to get back to his feet. He got run into at full speed. As an old former third-string backup netminder for University of Stony Brook Seawolves and Patriots. My knee today still swollen from a guy who ran into me. I'll never forget that play at practice one night. He was coming in trying to split the D. He fell about a couple of feet in front of me. Got the shot off. Big hit there. Coming in on the forecheck there was Hepburn. Hepburn, just a freight train out there. Here's Hepburn, a wrecking ball. Getting the job done. I've been saying it for weeks. Keep an eye on that young lad. Here's Anderson. Anderson kept it in. To the blue lines, the car lost a handle on it. Chasing it down there is Vator. Nice job by Vator to win the puck. On it now is Hepburn. Hepburn's another lad we see better and better each week. Smart play there to turn on the forehand and go up the boards. All sides here. South Windsor Knights trying to get back in. Can't do so. Back the other way now. Here comes Hepburn. Hepburn on the steal. Hepburn to the outside. Hepburn protecting the puck. Chopped that there. Nice job there by Vasquez to get a chunk of him. Got it in front. Bongo jabbing at it. Still loose. The netminder trying to find it. Goes behind the goaltender. Swiped out of harm's way there by a multitude of mustard yellow sweaters. Oh, great job by the South Windsor Knights to get back and help their netminder there. Vasquez and Vator were in the neighborhood. Here's Bongo now. Looks like Anderson was exchanging pleasantries with someone at the red line. Bongo stepping up at the blue line. Hepburn goes crashing in. Here's Anderson now to the forehand. What a smart play there by Riley Anderson. A lot of traffic right there up along the boards. If she tries to chip it out on the backhand, no way it's getting out. And the Knights have possession. She completely turned around, went the other direction on the forehand. And now it's out to center because of that wise decision by Riley. That really, really pleases the broadcaster right there, ladies and gentlemen. Icing is the call. That's what you call hockey IQ right there. It's contagious in that family. Right there, she was on the backhand. She looked up. 3 yellow sweaters between her and the blue line. Quickly did the math in her head. Figured if I go the other way on the forehand, the chances of it getting out go up exponentially. Turned around, went on the forehand. You always, as a defense lady or defenseman, you want to get the puck out on your forehand if you can. Of course, there's times when you just can't, but here's Bongo now. Bongo chipping it away to center. Gonzala got it up ahead for Bongo. Swiped that there by Zoo. Great play there by Anderson, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly what we're talking about. That's that little light bulb that we're talking about. You can't quantify it. You can't measure it. You can't put it in sabermetrics or cybermetrics or any of the new math that the kids are doing these days. And on the netminder, Klein. Klein covers up. Klein leaping at it like a hungry, hungry hippo chasing after that final wayward marble. And there'll be no further play. Nice job there by Klein. Nothing wrong with covering the puck, making sure the other team doesn't have it. Those are the things we're talking about, ladies. Those are the things that I really love to see, especially in this division. You got to remember, a lot of these players in this division, this is their first year on a full sheet of ice, first year with offsides, first year with officials, first year with a scoreboard. A lot of changes in the Squirt division. It's the biggest change of all. You go from the mites 4-on-4 half ice to 5-on-5 full ice with offsides, icing, and a variety of rules. It's when you go from the mites to the Squirts, it's kind of like when Adam and Eve got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And, you know, in the mites division, you can do whatever you want. It's absolute chaos. You rule the place. You just got to walk around naming animals and stuff like that. And then you get to the Squirt division, it's like you ate the apple and you got thrown out of the garden. Now you got all these rules you got to deal with. I think it's very similar. It's probably what the Book of Genesis really was about if you look at it. Maybe a little bit more than that, but basically that's about it. Back the other way now. Here come the Knights. Down the right wing they go. Protecting the puck now. That's Doobie. Dubé into the corner, putting the brakes on. Back to the forehand. Coming over to help out was Gonzala. Good puck pressure there by number 27, the blue-helmeted Sterling Gonzala. Gonzala there, harnessing his inner Diego Maradona as he kicked it to himself. As the World Cup gets underway in Qatar, where everybody apparently owns their own panda. I'm all for being a member, a citizen of Qatar or Dubai. It seems pretty good to me. Sent in there, offsides is the calls. Gonzalez sent it in. So 2-0, the Seahawks leading it. I want to remind everybody, next weekend we will be at the Big Avon tournament, the Big Avon Thanksgiving tournament up in Avon. Well, you probably knew that. Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 30 games here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. We're broadcasting every single game, every single life around this pool is your responsibility. The great Jackie Mason once said. And if you got a small business, a big business, a medium business, an international conglomerate like Genco Oil Company, here's a chance now. Hepburn to the outside. Hepburn chasing it down, pulls the trigger. A big stop there by Klein. Oh, I'll tell you, Hepburn really brought his A-game with him today. I'm not sure what he had for breakfast, but pour me a bowl of that porridge. I'd like some. He is flying out there. Hepburn crashing into the boards. He'll be all right. These kids are mostly made of cartilage at this age anyway. Here's Bongo now. Bongo behind the net. Bongo on the wraparound. Nice job there by the South Windsor Knight defenseman to stay with him. That was Zoo. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham pulling the trigger. A big stop there by Klein. Boy, I tell you, Cunningham, Hepburn, Bongo, really looking sharp out there. They've knocked over the Hornets' nest, and they're buzzing in there. Bongo, that's one way to stop him, just getting his way, but Cunningham touches it ahead now for Hepburn. Back the other way now, here comes Zoo. Zoo down the right wing, lowering the shoulder, getting the Jets going. Chased down by Bongo. Bongo with a perfectly timed poke check there. Again, we see Alan Bongo first all the way back. This man is a 200-foot hockey player, ladies and gentlemen. He might be better defensively than he is offensively, and that's a high compliment. Remember, I'm an old goaltender. Here comes Hepburn. Hepburn at the dot. Hepburn in a foot race, chased down by Zoo. A nice play there as Zoo won the puck and swiped it in the corner. Boy, Zoo's a good defenseman. He is an excellent player. That's Brandon Zoo, number 18 in your scorecard. He can really fly. There's the buzzer. Are you kidding me? I had no idea that the period was coming in. When I was having so much fun, I forgot to tell everybody how much time's left. I'm sorry. Well, the first period comes to a close. That's a terrible job on my part. 2-0 is the score. I really forgot about the clock. Well, I'll tell you, it's the opposite of going to work. You go to work, you stare at the clock. And I'm here, ladies and gentlemen. Not 1 second of this is work. It's absolutely a privilege. All right, your score at the end of one. The Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks 2. The South Windsor Knights 0. We'll be right back with the start of the second stanza. Don't you dare go anywhere. How are you, Coach? Oh, we got two goalies on the job here, you know.
That's a scary thing. That's a lot of psychiatry need there.
You know, we're handing out pearls today. Everybody should be writing this stuff down. Oh, my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Solu Broadcasting Network. The second stanza are about ready to get underway between the Seahawks and the South Windsor Knights, 2-0. The Seahawks leading it. A very good period by both organizations. A good job by both goaltenders. These are two good teams, two well-coached teams. Like we said, it's the Squirt division, and I don't mean, when I say that, ladies and gentlemen, that's not in a demeaning way. I mean, it's impressive what we're seeing here from both of these teams. Good coaching, good execution by the ladies and lads out there. I really like what I'm seeing from both of these organizations. This is the way the Squirt division should look. You don't see five guys chasing all after the puck. Everybody trying to get back on sides, understanding the concept. Really nice to see. I got to really tip my hat to both of these organizations, both of the coaching staffs, and to all the boys and girls out there and the moms and dads. You can see the dedication from everybody. It's very self-evident. Cleared and not out, kept in. Nice job there to keep the puck in. That was by Sears, number 86 in your scorecard. Bouncing puck now, trying to get it out. Kept in again by Sears. Waiting for it there in the car. He knocks it over to the boards. On it first there is Doobie. Doobie letting the shot go. Can of corn there as Wesh covers up on the rebound. Nice shot there by Braden Doobie. So 11-10 left to go here in the second stanza. We're going to try and do a little bit better job keeping you updated on the clock. I humbly apologize, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't have the clock on the screen here in the Solu Broadcasting. Not yet. I've been saying I'm going to make that upgrade. But then Kind of takes away the fun of me telling you how much time is left. But when you have a period like the last one, when I don't, then I'm like, well, maybe I should figure out how to get the clock on the screen. Well, either way, these are debates that we've got to have with one another, or myself, I guess. Here's a chance now for the South Windsor Knights, tracking it down there. That's O'Brien, Miles O'Brien into the corner. Coming over there to his defense, giving the old forearm shiver there was his teammate. That pleases the broadcaster. I like to see the boys and girls mixing it up out there. I believe that was trying to see who that was. I think that was Joel Gisoldi, who came over. Gave a little bit of a forearm shiver. Klein leaving it for his defenseman there. Klein saying, don't pass it, go the length with it, I get the assist. See, I told you not to pass it as Anderson. Read that like a fine piece of literature. Riley Anderson got it down for O'Connell, lets the shot go. Got a lot on that one. Into the corner now, Ghazala wins it there for the Seahawks, tries to get it back out. Here come the Windsor Knights now, rounding the net like Bobby Orr. Coming out with it, a nice move in front of the netminder. Getting the Jets going, forced to the outside. Nice job to get it out to center ice, though. Nice job to stay with him by O'Connell. On it there and sending it all down Gisoldi. Gisoldi sends it all the way down. Not going to go far enough for icing as Ghazala checks it down. Leaves it for Anderson. Anderson trying to step to the outside, bouncing puck. Ghazala got to it. Ghazala carries it out to the neutral zone, waiting for it there, the Knights. Knights sending it back in. A nice job to get back on sides. That's number 74, O'Brien, sending it down low. Anderson on it there. Anderson chased from behind. Anderson on the forehand. Anderson got it up to O'Connell. Another good play there by Anderson. Chipped ahead for Ghazala. What a nice breakout by the Seahawks there. Anderson, O'Connell to Ghazala. Again, that pleases the broadcaster. Just good hockey on display here today, this morning. Stepping to the outside. Nice move here by the South Windsor Knights. Wheeling and dealing now. Gisoldi's in. Caught from behind. As Sapia came out of nowhere to catch him from behind. Oh, you gotta love that kind of effort. That really pleases the broadcaster, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I've ever been this happy. Chipped ahead by Bongo. Bongo on his horse. Bongo in a foot race with Zoo. Zoo turns to the forehand. Sends it all the way down. He's a good defenseman. Gisoldi now wheeling and dealing. Leave it for O'Brien. O'Brien got it down low. That's a smart play by O'Brien. Nothing going on. Dump it in the corner behind the goal line. Smart hockey. Chipped ahead for Hepburn. Nice tape-to-tape pass play there. Hepburn under duress. Hepburn fighting. Kept in by Zoo. Zoo and Hepburn, two hard-nosed players, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love the game between both of them. Behind the net now, trying to get it back out in front. Bongo giving chase. Anderson. Anderson met the young lad as he turned right into her. Here comes Bongo. Bongo ahead for Cunningham. A little bit just out of his reach. Sent all the way down. I don't think it's got enough on it for icing. Does not make it across the goal line. On it now is the Seahawks. Trying to get it in front. Hepburn walking out of the corner. Got a man in front. Bongo pulls the trigger. That hit a body in front. Oh, nice pass there by Hepburn as Bongo was lurking. Here's Bongo now sending it down low. Klein leaves it for his defenseman. Windsor Knights with 8 minutes to go. Get it out to center. Kicking at it there, Skahan. Lost the handle on it. Bouncing puck now. It's into the corner it goes. South Windsor Knights rounding the net like Bobby Orr. Getting the Jets going down the left wing. Nice short-range pass there. Failed to connect, but a good thinking pass there by Vasquez. Nora Vasquez chips it ahead. Chasing it down now is Vitor. Vitor against Sapia. Sapia blew out a tire. Walking off the boards, trying to run the gauntlet there. Sacrificing himself for the good of the team there. That was Hepburn. Hepburn getting up, looking like a prize fighter, coming out for the 15th round, but he's coming out. And the doctor should have stopped it rounds ago. You got to like the young lad's tenacity, ladies and gentlemen. You can't teach that. Here come the Seahawks now. Here comes Bongo. Bongo getting the Jets going. Bongo. Oh, they got a big chunk of Bongo. Bongo slid his way into the next county. Here comes Vasquez now. Good job by the officials to let that one go because I didn't think it was a trip. Bongo had a lot of momentum going there. He was tripped at the blue line, and he ended up way over the red line. As he slid across, he'll go for a player change. He's out of gas, and deservedly so. Here come the South Windsor Knights now. Down the left wing they go. Carrying the puck in, Waltos. Waltos pulling the trigger, caught from behind there by Hepburn. Oh, Hepburn wasn't even on your screen, and he caught him from behind. Here comes Sapia now, up ahead for O'Connell. It's going to slow down. He's going to catch it. Can he? Does he have enough time to get cut to the cooker? O'Connell now on the backhand. push just wide. A great job to get back there by Sears to get a piece of him. What a nice play by Sears to come over and push O'Connell just wide as he was letting it go. Chipped ahead now. Nice job there by Skahan to keep the puck in. Gonzala letting the shot go. Gonzala's already got one today. Over to the boards there. Sapia out of gas. He looks like Cougar, waiting for Maverick to come find him. Keeping it in now. Skahan. Skahan sends it into the corner. Perhaps Rooster might be the man for the job. Along the boards now. I heard that they might make a Maverick 3. Let me please say, please don't. Just leave it alone. You made greatness twice. Don't touch the money. You're not going to do better than Maverick that we just had, ladies. That might be the greatest sequel ever. Here's a chance now in front for Gonzala. Hops over to stick a Hepburn. Into the corner. Hepburn on it there. Hepburn diving at it. Hepburn sending it down low. Boy, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a bench full of Hepburns and a good goaltender. I'll look like Al Arbor behind the bench. Here's a chance now in front. O'Connell. Really love the effort we're seeing from all the boys and girls here. And both of these organizations here today, I'll tell you. And here comes Gonzala. Gonzala protecting the puck, sending it down low on the backhand. Behind the net it goes now. Here's Zoo. Zoo on it there. Zoo hounded. Zoo protecting the puck. Zoo trying to come away with it. Skahan was waiting. Nice play there by Skahan. Into the corner now. 4.5 minutes left to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza. Here comes Gonzala now trying to track it down. Gonzala got to it. He's got O'Connell. Tough angle shot there. Just went wide. All around. O'Connell on it there. O'Connell circling the wagons. O'Connell into the shooting lane. Letting the shot go. Doesn't get through. Nice job there by the South Windsor Knights. Not allowing that shot to get by as O'Connell doing battle there with Fator. On it there is Sears. Sears hounding all over Hepburn. Hepburn going straight ahead. Hepburn right to the cooker. They score! Hepburn buries the biscuit there for the Seahawks. As he took the puck, put his head straight down, went right to the cooker. Didn't go left, didn't go right. Completely north and south there. Well, the straightest way to a point, or the fastest way to a point is a straight line. I was always bad at geography. But Hepburn absolutely determined there. Just put his head down and said, I'm just going to crawl this across the goal line if I have to. And 3-0 is the score. You got to love that. I'll tell you, there's something special going on with this Seahawks team here. In on the forecheck there, number 74, O'Brien. Got to like to see that, O'Brien charging ahead. Bodies collide behind the net there, so I think we got a penalty coming up here. Not sure who it's against. I guess it's against the Knights. I thought they touched it, but Bongo puts the brakes on. Bongo got it out to center. There's the whistle. That's going to be a penalty against the South Windsor Knights, but a cross-check is the call. But a penalty in the Squirt division is only 1 minute. So, I mean, in my opinion, if I was playing in this division, I said it's only going to be 60 seconds. I'd be in the sin bin quite a bit, but that's just me. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime, or if you can't do the crime, don't do the time. I guess would be the saying here because it's only 1 minute. The ref over-explaining to the South Windsor coach, vehemently in his face there, giving him the cross-check sign. I think the coach got it. He's still giving the cross-check sign if he really likes to do that. That's a good ref, though. At least he lets everybody know what's going on. Nothing wrong with that. So cross-checking is the call, as everybody knows. With 3:38 to go, I think the refs are doing a great job. The refs the whole season have done a very good job, I got to say, overall. I think the officiating has been fantastic. There's a quick shot now. No, not just saying that because the Seahawks just got the power play. I think for the most part they let the boys and girls play, and then they do call. Last night there was a lot of penalties, but that was in the high school games. Sometimes the high school games, the refs are just too much. Let the boys and girls play. We like 5-on-5 hockey here on the Solu. Bongo running the interference there is Doobie, and Bongo exchanged pleasantries. It's sent all the way down. Icing is the call. See, there's only 33 seconds left in the power play already. It's so worth it. And of course, somebody at home is shaking their heads. I can't believe he said, it's not my fault, ladies and gentlemen. I grew up watching Tom and Jerry. What do you want me to tell you? Blame my parents. I also grew up watching Sesame Street, though, so. Which is still the greatest program in the world. Learned how to read and count on Sesame Street. And a variety of other things. I still watch Sesame Street. If I'm flicking, I see on PBS it's on, I'll stop. See what Bert and Ernie are up to. Big Bird. Was my favorite on Sesame Street all the time was Snuffleupagus. I don't like that you can see Snuffleupagus now, though. I liked when he was imaginary. It was so much more, like, cool. Like, only me and Bird could see Snuffleupagus. Like, nobody else could. Mr. Gordon didn't know he was there. And they made Snuffleupagus real, I don't know. To me, it took away a lot of what Mr. Snuffleupagus was. I don't know if he was ever Mr. Snuffleupagus. More just Snuffy, really. He was my favorite. And then later on came Barkley. I like Barkley, but he was no Snuffleupagus. Carrying the puck in. Nice job by Gonzalo to stay on sides. Here come the Seahawks now walking in, pulling the trigger. Big stop by Klein. A nice shot there by O'Connell. A great job by Gonzalo to stay on sides. The power play's over. Here's Cunningham now. Cunningham went to pull the trigger, just slid off his stick at the last moment. And it's chipped out by the Windsor Knights. Skahan giving chase. Skahan first on it there for the Seahawks. 2:15 to go here in the second stanza. The Seahawks leading it 3-0. South Windsor Knights, an impressive squad here as well. Seahawks cannot take their foot off the accelerator. This game is far from over as Sears keeps the puck in. Bouncing puck, that's kept in by Sears as well. That was Haley Sears. On the backhand now, here's a chance in front. Flipper, stop the rebound. West got the flipper on that as well. Oh, Miles West looking like a pinball machine. Left flipper, right flipper. The Who would be very pleased. Back the other way now, O'Connell. O'Connell tracked down from behind. A nice job to catch up to him there by Vasquez. Oh, what a nice defensive play there by Nora Vasquez as she got on a horse to break that up. That's great defense right there. Chipped ahead. Chance now for the Windsor Knights. Getting to it now is Vitor. Vitor hounded from behind there. Sapia comes rolling into your screen. On it first in front dangerously. There they jab at it. West with the save. Holding on for dear life as the netminder. South Windsor Knights came just that close to burying the biscuit there. Oh, don't break the stick there, young lad. You don't want to waste a Christmas gift on a stick. You only get a certain amount that you can ask Santa for. But you can always go to integralhockeyconnecticut.com. That's integralhockeyct.com if any of the young ladies or lads breaks a stick out there. They repair composite sticks, aluminum sticks, all kinds of sticks, and they're guaranteed. You don't have to go spend $200, $300, $400. Just go, I know a guy, just ask for Andre. He'll hook you up. Here's a quick shot off the side of the net, right off the face off the Windsor Knights now. With a lot of pressure, letting the shot go, a big stop, poking at the netminder after the whistle. You gotta like that. Was the South Windsor Knights forward. I think that was Barone. No, these guys are the jerseys tucked in, driving the broadcaster crazy. Not sure who it was. But he went after the goaltender there, following the rebound. I mean, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I always teach the young ladies and lads to dig and dig and dig into the whistle and then dig one more time for good measure. That's exactly what that young man was doing. So don't misinterpret what I'm saying here, that was the wrong play by any stretch. It wasn't. May have upset the goaltender, and that's even better. You got to get him right in the mind. Look what happened to Hammerhand. Sending it down low. Well, maybe don't show the children that film. A little bit of pushing and shoving there in front of the goaltender. That pleases the broadcaster. A little bit of bad blood here, but at the Squirt division. Nothing wrong with that. Nobody thought they were on their way to the bowling alley on the way here. We all knew what we were getting into. 40 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. The South Windsor Knights with a lot of pressure here at the end of the stanza, but West just stood tall. Seahawks complete a player change. 5-on-5 still as the South Windsor Knights looking to get a couple of more opportunities. They do, letting the shot go. That just missed there as Doobie got the shot away. He's got a hard shot and a quick shot. Here's Gonzala now. Gonzala getting it up there for Bongo. Here comes Hepburn now. Hepburn looking like he's shot out of a cannon. Down the right wing at the dot. Chase from behind. Lets the shot go. A save by Klein. What a nice job there by Zoo to force Hepburn wide. Two young lads, really, they look like they were on a catapult. Like Maverick, right on the top of the aircraft carrier. I haven't even watched Top Gun in a while. I got to go home and watch it this weekend. So obviously, it's on my mind. I mean, whose mind is it not on? That's a rhetorical question, and as the buzzer sounds, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic period of hockey comes to a close. Your score at the end of 2. Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks 3, South Windsor Knights 0. We will be right back with the start of the third and final chapter of this unwritten story unveiling right before your very eyes and ears here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. Again, I want to remind everybody, we're going to be at the big Avon tournament next weekend. So if you got a big business, small business, medium-sized business, or you want to just send out a sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen, we are accepting graciously in-game sponsorships for the entire tournament. We've got 30 games on the docket, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all championship games on Sunday. I cannot wait. That's where I'll be spending my Thanksgiving weekend. So right after the turkey on Thanksgiving Thursday, I'm going to be headed to bed because the first game is 7 a.m. on Friday morning. I can't tell you how pleased the lovely and talented Miss Michelle, the camera lady, is about that. But she's not even going to be there on Friday. She'll be at a birthday party. All right, we'll be right back with the start of the third and final stanza, brought to us by Anderson, LLC. Oh, my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along here with my fantastic cameraman, Mr. Tyler Fields. You got two goaltenders on the broadcast here today, so consider yourselves very blessed. 3-0 is the score. The third and final stanza brought to us by Anderson Adjusting LLC, property adjustment managers in Connecticut and southeastern Connecticut. Please look them up and give a call to Anderson LLC. We want to thank them and all our sponsors for their great support, as we've been getting more and more every day. It's growing. It's great. Really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, please consider smashing that donation button on your screen. Here comes Hepburn. Hepburn now to the outside. Hepburn dancing. Hepburn at the dot, pulling the trigger. He scores! Another tremendous burst of speed there. Hepburn buries the biscuit. As he's surrounded by all his teammates, the official comes over to say, hey, I can't see your name there with the hood. Number 2, Mr. Official. 4-0 is the score. Oh, a great burst of speed down the right wing. Let the wrist shot go. And Hepburn buries the biscuit there. The Seahawks take a 4-0 lead. Right off the face-off. You got to like that. Got to wonder what the coach said to them during the intermission. Got the Seahawks all fired up. The Windsor Knights were buzzing at the end of the second period. Here's O'Connell now. O'Connell's had a real good game protecting the puck. O'Connell behind the net. O'Connell trying to get it back in front. O'Connell setting up in Gretzky's office. O'Connell got it in front dangerously. A nice stop there by Klein as he got to stick on it. Out to the blue line it goes. Sapia tracks it down. Hepburn getting back on sides there. Chipped ahead now. Here come the South Windsor Knights. Hepburn on the back check. Hepburn coming over. Hepburn and Sapia dislodge the puck. Nice team effort there. Here comes Cunningham back the other way. Cunningham wheeling and dealing. Chipped it ahead for Hepburn as he fell down. Here's Hepburn now sliding it ahead now. O'Connell. O'Connell walking in, pulling the trigger, bouncing puck behind the netminder Klein. And he reaches for it there. Oh, you got to love the job there by Cunningham at the blue line. As he was falling down, he made the pass there, ladies and gentlemen, and sprung him off on a 2-on-1. And then Hepburn with another nice pass. But it's those little things, that little play at the blue line right there by Cunningham as he's falling down, to have the wherewithal to push it ahead. That's what we're talking about. That's that light bulb, ladies and gentlemen. The Squirt division is the light bulb division. And it's going on. It's getting brighter and brighter and brighter for these young ladies and lads on both organizations. But the Seahawks I see week to week, so I got more of a scientific evaluation, I guess you could say. Like I said, I don't know if any of it's tangible, but I see it in a lot of little things. That's another perfect example right there. Gonzalez stepping up in the neutral zone. Gonzalez had a real good game. Bongo on the back check, ladies and gentlemen. We've come to get accustomed to that all campaign long. He's the Guy Carbonneau of the Squirt division, in my opinion. A great defensive forward. Don't get me wrong, he could bury the beast. Scored a beautiful goal a couple of weeks ago, falling to the ice. Scoring is awesome. Scoring's great. Don't get me wrong, everybody wants to score, but there's 200 feet of ice out there. Bongo plays all 200 feet of it. My kind of guy. There's Doobie now, down the left wing, chased by Anderson. Doobie getting the Jets going. At the dot, letting the quick shot go. Wesh close the wickets there. With under 10 minutes to play now, 4-0. The Seahawks leading the affair. Cunningham trying to get it out. Kept in there by the Windsor Knights. Kicked aside there by Wesh. Over into the corner. Seahawks first on it. Skahan. Skahan turning on it. Skahan trying to get it up the boards. Got it up for Bongo. Here's Bongo now. Bongo. Couldn't get it out there around Vasquez. Here comes Anderson. Anderson, nice soft pass ahead for Gonzala. Gonzala sending it in. Bongo giving chase. We'll see if it's going to go for icing. The refs wave it off. Like I said, clearly the refs want to get to the buffet before it becomes lunch. You got to get to the buffet right at the end of breakfast. I say it, especially during the squirt game. You get there right at the end of breakfast, then they bring lunch out. And then you're paying breakfast prices for lunch. And I tell you, that's how you win the game, Lee. That's how you beat the system. There's very few opportunities for the regular man or lady to beat the system. That's one of them. So if you're going to go to the buffet, whenever it's changing over to lunch, say it's changing over to lunch at 11 o'clock, you want to get to the buffet about 10:30. Get yourself one plate of flapjacks, and the shrimp starts coming out. And then you're living like a king. You're paying flapjack prices for seafood food. I'll tell you, lady, doesn't get much better than that. 8:43 left to go here. In the third and final stanza, a real good affair. Windsor Knights and the Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks. You're watching the Solu Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Scotty Bonner. Along here with my cameraman, Mr. Tyler Fields. And as I was trying to say before Hepburn took off, if you're enjoying the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, please consider smashing that donation button you see on your screen. That helps us continue on our mission to bring everybody these games. No pay-per-view. No archive fee. Just enjoy the affair. Just click and enjoy. Here comes Hepburn again. Hepburn looking for the hat trick. Hepburn caught from behind. Left it for O'Connell. O'Connell now on the forehand. Kicked aside there by Klein. Oh, Klein came right off the line there, reminding me of Shep Messing back in the day. The Cosmos, perhaps you might remember him on the Arrows at the North Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Shep Messing, Bronco Segota, Steve Jungle and company. As the Arrows won championship after championship, they used to have a big rivalry with Kansas City and with Tulsa. I remember that. They had a big brawl one time in Oklahoma. I remember that. I don't know if you've ever watched major indoor league soccer from the early 80s. You can Google it. Fantastic league. Those guys used to get really vicious. Those guys were good, too. Used to be a big Arrows fan. I was very disappointed with the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum that they didn't put up the Arrows banner at the end when they were closing up the Coliseum. They put up the Nets banner, and they should have. The Nets won championships there. They never put up an Arrows banner for the New York Arrows at the end there when they were closing the Coliseum. And I and Shep Messing were in agreement. Here comes Vasquez now, walking in all alone, pulling the trigger. They score! Nora Vasquez picked up the puck, walked right in with a laser beam goal there, a gorgeous goal. And just like that, the Windsor Knights are on the board. With 7 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here in the third period, if you were thinking about heading to the parking lot to beat the traffic, you may want to reconsider. This one might just not be over. What a nice rush and a nice shot there by Vasquez. He buries the biscuit there. A lot of time left. And the Windsor Knights, they've got plenty of horses. They could come back here. The Seahawks, what they got to do is not take their foot off the accelerator. Can't relax just because you're up by 3 or 4 goals. I think Vasquez proved that point right there. Not that the Seahawks relaxed, I don't think. Just Vasquez took off. Here's Bongo now, one hand on the stick. Bongo down the right wing. Bongo to the outside. Bongo with a step. Bongo pulled down. There's going to be a penalty. Coming up here is Bongo. That's going to be a tripping call there. Now, that was a very easy call for the official. He had to call that one. As Doobie heads to the sin bin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, there are good penalties and there are bad penalties. That's what you call a good penalty. Well worth it there. Bongo was off to the races. You can't just let the guy walk in on your goaltender. It's just a penalty. It's only for a minute, too. So the faceoff is going to be deep in the South Windsor zone. To the left of the netminder, Klein. He catches with his left hand. Catches conventionally from my perspective. Of course, Rick DiPietro would disagree. Grant Fuhr might not see it that way. And, of course, the legendary Darren Pupa. The Sabres used to catch with his right hand. Nowadays, there's a lot of lefty goaltenders. The Seahawks now on the power play looking to regain the 4-goal lead. They're digging, they're mucking, they're doing their homework. Bongo still covered in snow from the last spill. Looked like he had a tussle with an abominable snowman and lost. Back to the blue line now. Skahan did a nice job getting the shot down low. Nice play there by Skahan. Into the corner now. First on it, there's Hepburn. Hepburn on the backhand. Couldn't get it there. Back the other way now. Here come the Windsor Knights. Down the right wing with a head of steam. Carrying the puck out, Gisoldi. Gisoldi in a foot race there with Bongo. Bongo got to it. Bongo on the backhand. Up for Hepburn. Hepburn guts it out to center. 15 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 6:15 to go in the affair. You're watching the Solu Broadcasting Network. A real good one here. Wheeling and dealing Gisoldi. Gisoldi over the blue line. Lets the shot go. Skahan said, get that out of here as he does his best Dikembe Mutombo. No, not today. Defensive interpretation there. Perhaps you might say Shaquille O'Neal. Back the other way now. Here comes Hepburn. Hepburn serpentining. Hepburn to the outside. Hepburn looking to let the shot go. He does. Oh, that just missed. Hepburn looking for the hat trick there. Here's a chance in front now on the backhand. Cunningham. A big stop by Klein. Hepburn tracking it down. Puts it right through the goal mouth. Again, we see this line of Bongo, Hepburn, and Cunningham causing damage. They score! Thomas Hepburn completes the hat trick here today, ladies and gentlemen. The Seahawks regain the 4-goal lead. 5-1 is your score. Oh, there was simply buzzing in there, and Hepburn buries the biscuit. A gorgeous feed by Bongo. You gotta love the chemistry that those two have got going on nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. I would say Walter White and Jesse Pinkman-esque chemistry on display there between Bongo and Hepburn gets the hat trick. And when you get the hat trick, you get to pick where you stop on the way home at the drive-thru. That's not my rule. Not my rule. That's USA Hockey. You look it up. It's in the bylaws. It's rule number 76, subsection B, paragraph 3. If you score a hat trick, you get to pick where you go on the way home. Well, listen, parenting is a results-based industry. People disagree with that, but well, Hepburn's got the hat trick here today. 5-1 is the score. The South Windsor Knights have done a fantastic job, though. The effort's been here. They're a good team. A well-coached. I like the Windsor Knights a lot. But the Seahawks have brought their A game with them, protecting home ice. With 5:15 to go. Face-off one now. Sapia letting the shot go. A big stop by Klein. But Klein's a good goalie. He's done a real nice job here today. He's faced a lot of shots. O'Connell sending it across ice. Gonzala in on the forecheck. Gonzala having a fantastic day. Anderson sending it back in. Just offsides. That's okay. A lot of people tell the defense ladies or defensemen at the blue line to wait for everybody to get on sides. I always say send it in. It's just a whistle. Better than standing still and everybody in yellow headed your way and you're standing perfectly still. You lose the puck. They're off on a 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 1-on-0, 4-on-0, 4-on-1, 5-on-2. A variety of mathematical badness can happen if you turn over the puck at the blue line and you're standing still. And nobody wants mathematical badness. I know I don't. Sending it up along the boards. Now a chance now back the other way. Here comes Dubé. Dubé on it. Hounded there by Gonzala. Dubé walking off the boards. Dubé trying to get it in front. Anderson doing a nice job there to dislodge the puck. Helped out by Sapia. The Seahawks have had real good puck pressure here all day long. O'Connell's had a good day. O'Connell trying to get to everybody in white's had a good day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody in yellow's having a good day as well. How could you not? You're at the arena. It's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. So much to be thankful for, ladies and gentlemen. I'm thankful for this opportunity to be here every weekend with you. It's an absolute blessing, honor, and privilege to be able to cover these games. I really mean that. I've wanted to do this my entire life. I was a nurse for 20-something years, dreaming of doing this every single day on the floor. Not complaining. I'm thankful. Always put food on the table. Had a job. Thankfully, the wife really pushed me to do this. She was a major influence. She said, I don't want to be 60-something years old and just saying, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. She's like, you're already grumpy. Nice move at the blue line now. Wheeling and dealing. Looking like a hot knife through butter. Pulling the trigger. A nice stop there by Klein. Hepburn looking for number 4. If you get 4, you get to say if you want to go to the comic book store on the way home after the drive-thru. A fantastic comic book store yesterday my wife and daughter went to. They said in the Providence Place Mall. My son, an avid comic collector and reader. Trying to get it in front now. He's into those manga books now from Japan, the anime. He likes those. He can finish a book in like 5 minutes, too. He's like one of those crazy readers. I myself have read 2 books in my life, and once I finished Green Eggs and Ham, all my questions were answered. I stopped reading. Here's Hepburn now to the outside. Poke checked away there. A nice play by Vasquez. Vasquez has had a real good game. Here's Bongo now walking in, looking to pull the trigger, knocked aside. Great pass there as Bongo came right up the gut. Trying to get the puck out now. South Windsor Knights hounded there by a variety of Seahawks. The entire flock came over. Chasing it down again on the back check. We see Bongo. Bongo wheeling and dealing. Bongo down the left wing. Offsides is the call there. With 3 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the affair. You're watching the Solu Broadcasting Network. What a fantastic Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. What better appetizer for NFL football than Solu hockey? Big one today as the Jets pay visit to Foxborough. And the Jet fans all excited. They think they finally got our number. I don't know how they figure that. Well, I'll tell you a number. I'll give you 13's the number. We beat you 13 times in a row. Going to make it 14 today, too, by the way. Here's your line for Zach Wilson. 9 of 17, 146 yards. 3 interceptions, 1 fumble. Write it down. Patriots are going to win big today. The Jets are all high on themselves. Whenever the Jets get high on themselves, then they just become the Jets again. And then the Cowboys and Vikings later on. That's going to be a good one as well. Somehow the Cowboys are favored on the road in Minnesota. That tells me Vegas wants you to take Minnesota. That's why I put money on the Cowboys. Whenever Vegas wants you to put money one way, put money the other way. You look at it, you're like, how can Minnesota be getting points at home? Yeah, well, they are. Something's up. Not saying the fix is in. I don't believe the NFL's fixed. I see a bunch of people say the NFL's rigged. No, that's absurd. But Vegas knows something. I don't know what they know, but they know something. They don't make those mistakes. Here's a chance now in front, cutting to the cooker. The rebound, Bongo getting to it. That went up the face of Klein. Still loose. They jab at it, jabbing at it. Pushed just wide there as Hepburn goes into the corner. Hepburn, rack up now. A nice job there. You see the Seahawks all covered in snow. That tells you the effort that these ladies and lads have been giving all day long. Every single Seahawk out there right now is covered in snow. You got to love that. That means they're diving. That means they're mucking. That means they're sacrificing themselves for the good of the team. You got to love that. This Seahawks Squirt team is operating on all cylinders here today. 5-1 is your score. With 1:49 left to go here. We're going to get 2 points defending home. I'll tell you, these night sweaters, though, we're getting a close-up look at them now. I love these night sweaters. They are sweet. Knights. Down the front now. Here comes Dubé. Dubé sending it in. Tracked down there by Hepburn. Hepburn corralling the puck. Hepburn with it. Hepburn tried to get it out. Couldn't do so. Kept in there by the Knights. Nice get it down in front. Pulling the trigger. Big stop by West. And he had the wherewithal to poke the rebound out of harm's way. Oh, what a nice stop there by West. West is a real good goalie. In the Squirts division, our Squirt division has got 2 really good goalies. West and Rossman. Back the other way now. O'Connell, one hand on the stick. O'Connell to the outside. Jou forcing him outside. O'Connell lost the handle on it. Brandon Jou's had a fantastic game for the Windsor Knights as well. A lot of these Knights have had good games. I'm telling you, I like this team a lot. This is a good team. Just the Seahawks are on their game today. But you know what? Sometimes you just shake hands, you look everybody in the eye and say, we'll get you next time. Just because the Seahawks are winning 5-1 today doesn't mean that this couldn't be a good series between these two. If we had to go on the road to South Windsor one day. And the Knights had to defend their home ice as it's sent back in. Look at the effort there by Dubé. His team down by 4, 40 seconds left, and he's diving to get back on sides. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like this Knights team right here. They may not win today, and that's okay. You win, you lose. These things happen. But when the effort is there like that, then you got something to work with. Then you got a foundation. Then you got the bottom of a pyramid. You always want your Lego buildings to be big at the bottom. I've been watching the Lego show, which is fantastic. You always want the base to be big at the bottom like a pyramid. Bongo forcing it to the outside. So 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. I want to wish you and your families the very happiest of Thanksgiving. Enjoy the holidays. Safe travels. We have so much to be thankful for. So have a fantastic Thanksgiving, everybody. From myself and Michelle and my family and everybody at Solu, I wish you and yours a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy football Sunday today. Enjoy football on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, the football lineup is fantastic. Patriots are at Minnesota. Giants are at the Cowboys. The Bills are at the Lions. Well, 2 out of 3 is not bad. Although the Lions are actually a pretty exciting team. Bills are just staying in Detroit, apparently, for 2 weeks. As Anderson tracks it down. 15 seconds to go. Anderson, hard off the boards. Chipped ahead. Bongo chips it ahead with 10 seconds left. That's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen, from the Rose Garden in Norwich here today. The Seahawks have defended home ice. And there's the buzzer. The Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks have come away with a big win here today. Your Solu top dog of the affair, I think we all know who it is. It's going to be number 2 in your scorecard. He's got the hoodie on. If I'm that young lad, I never take the hoodie off. There he is. Right there. There he is, your Solu top dog of the affair. He got a hat trick today. Mr. Thomas Hepburn. So congratulations to the Seahawks. A great job by the South Windsor Knights. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. And remember, anybody can go back on our website at solubroadcasting.org to watch the game anytime from our archives. Or anybody can watch any of the games on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and type in Solu Broadcasting. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and please follow us on the TikTok. Go to TikTok. Type in solubroadcasting.org and give us a follow there. That really helps us to grow the brand. Well, for my cameraman, Mr. Tyler Fields, I've been your host, Scotty Bonner. Thank you so much for tuning in. A blessing, honor, and privilege. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. Your final, once again, the Southeastern Connecticut Seahawks 5, the South Windsor Knights 1. We'll be right back in about an hour and a half when the Norwich Hockey Club right here at the Rose Garden takes on the Vermont Flames. Enjoy the rest of your morning, everybody. We'll see you at high noon.